Hello, friends. Welcome back to Clarity Over Chaos, the podcast where we ditch the overwhelm, simplify your systems, and bring peace to your profits. I'm Heather Hanson, bookkeeping expert, system strategist, and your friendly guide through all things money and mindset. And today, we're not talking about spreadsheets or QuickBooks tips. We're talking about something way more powerful, the real reason so many of us avoid our books. Spoiler alert, it's not about math. Let's get real for a second. Most of us didn't grow up with financial education. We were taught how to diagram a sentence or find the area of a triangle, but no one explained how to read a bank statement or manage cash flow. So when we step into business ownership, we bring that gap with us. And suddenly it's like, wait a second, I'm in charge of all this money stuff. I used to believe I was bad with money, not because I was irresponsible, but because I felt completely unqualified. I thought I wasn't smart enough to understand it. And for a long time, I let that disbelief keep me stuck. But here's what I eventually realized. It wasn't a numbers problem. It was a mindset problem. Let's talk about some of the biggest fears I see in women entrepreneurs when it comes to money and bookkeeping. Number one is judgment. So many women are afraid that looking at their numbers will prove they're failing. They don't want to feel ashamed if the profit isn't as high as they hoped or if they spent too much on something. But numbers aren't a report card. They're a mirror. They just reflect what's happened so you can make better decisions moving forward. The second fear is falling behind. I hear this one constantly. I haven't updated my books in months, so I'll just avoid it altogether. That's like having a messy closet and thinking you can't clean it until you buy a whole new house. You just can't. You just have to start with one shelf, and that's okay. The third fear is shame. This one cuts deep. We tie so much of our worth into our money. When finances feel out of control, we internalize that as I'm not good enough. But you are not your numbers. Your profit does not define your potential. Here's the tough love part. Avoidance always costs you more in the long run. When you don't look at your books, you miss early warning signs of cash flow issues. You overlook unpaid invoices or recurring charges you don't need. And you feel a constant low-grade stress because deep down, you know something's off. It's like ignoring a check engine light, pretending it's fine, and it doesn't fix the problem. When you finally open the hood, you might find something simple that was easy to fix months ago. Avoidance keeps you stuck in reaction mode, scrambling at tax time, guessing at pricing, and hoping it all works. Facing your finances, even imperfectly, moves you back into control. If you've ever thought, I'm bad with money, I want you to pause right now and rewrite your story. Here's the truth. Money is a tool, and like any tool, you just have to learn how to use it. Here are a few ways to start reframing your relationship with your numbers. First, get curious, not critical. Instead of saying, what's wrong with me? Ask, what's really happening here? Numbers are neutral. They don't judge you. They just offer information. Next is replacing your fear with facts. Fear thrives in the unknown. Once you start looking at your books consistently, fear shrinks. You realize it's not as scary as you thought, and you start to feel empowered. Next is celebrate every small win. Opened QuickBooks today for the first time in months. Win. Categorized a week of transactions. Win. Had a money date with yourself. Huge win. Progress beats perfection every time. Lastly, speak kindly to yourself. You don't owe anyone perfection. You owe yourself grace and growth. The way you talk to yourself about money matters as much as the money itself. Now let's talk about what it feels like to stand on the other side of avoidance. Confidence doesn't come from having perfect books. It comes from consistency. From opening your bank account and understanding what you see from making decisions based on facts, not feelings. When you shift from I don't want to see it to I deserve to understand it, everything changes. Because money clarity equals freedom. Freedom to say yes to the right clients, freedom to hire help without panic, freedom to take a vacation and know your business is still thriving. That's what confidence feels like. So before we wrap up, here's a simple mindset exercise I give to my clients. Grab a notebook and write 2 headings: old money story and new money story. Under old money story, list every belief you've been carrying around about money. Things like, I'm bad with numbers, I never have enough, money is stressful, or I don't deserve to earn more. Then, under new money story, flip each one. I'm learning how to use numbers to my advantage. I am capable of creating financial abundance. I can handle money with clarity and confidence. Read those new stories out loud to yourself until you feel true, because guess what? They are. This podcast is a judgment-free zone. If you're feeling stuck, ashamed, or embarrassed about your books, I get it. I've been there, but you don't have to stay there. The moment you choose to face your finances, you take back the power. You don't have to do it alone. Message me on Instagram at Hanson Ledgers or book a private session at hansonledgers.org. Let's rewrite your money story together, because you deserve to feel confident, capable, and completely in control of your business finances. Thanks for spending this time with me today in Clarity Over Chaos. If you loved this episode, please hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with a fellow business owner who's ready to go from avoidance to confidence. Until next time, keep choosing clarity over chaos, one money day at a time.